It's the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-Commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. This episode of the E-Commerce Minute is brought to you by Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes. With Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes, it's just click, send, and save for as low as $4.99 a month. Send envelopes, flats, and packages right from your desk, and you're back in business in no time. And for being a loyal E-Commerce Minute listener, you'll receive a free 30-day trial to get started and a free 10-pound scale to ensure that you'll never overpay. Save time and money on mailing and shipping with Send Pro Online. Starting at $4.99 a month, you can qualify for special USPS rates for letters and priority mail shipping. Calculate exact postage online, and print labels right from your PC. So go to pb.com/minute to access this special offer for a free 30-day trial plus a free 10-pound scale to get started. That's pb.com/minute. Experience shipping made simple with a free trial of Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes. It's E-Commerce Minute episode 522.
In this episode, Alexa will dish out medical advice to UK citizens.
You're lounging around one Saturday morning when a sudden, sharp, unsettling pain lingers in your head. Sounds like a typical day for me. You immediately head to WebMD to check your diagnosis, and then the panic sets in as you now think you're going to die within the hour. But this false panic won't be happening much longer thanks to a new Alexa collaboration. And what they claim is an unprecedented first. The UK's National Health Service, the NHS, has announced a partnership with Amazon's Alexa to offer health advice from the NHS website. Users will soon be able to ask Alexa questions like, Alexa, how do I treat a migraine? Or Alexa, what are the symptoms of the flu? Alexa will then provide information drawn directly from the NHS website. At the moment, there are other Alexa skills that provide answers to health-related inquiries from a variety of places, like the Mayo Clinic and the notorious WebMD. The focus of this partnership is to help patients like the elderly and blind who can't access the internet through traditional mediums, which could ultimately reduce pressure on the NHS and local practitioners. It also weeds out unhelpful and potentially harmful information that voice assistants could otherwise come across. The NHS is also in conversation with other smart home technology providers like Microsoft about setting up similar collaborations, but for now, it's currently only available on Alexa devices in the UK. We're still undecided on whether or not it's a great idea to seek medical advice from a voice assistant, but alleviating the pressure of swamped general practitioners as well as misdiagnoses from the internet could make the whole shebang worthwhile. Brittany, I know you wrote this article. You included the word shebang. I have some other old-timey words that you could have used, like flapdoodle, Tommy Rot, faddle, monkey shine. Horse feathers.
Can you make a document with these?
Codswabble. Yeah, I'll put this in the show notes. Codswallop, jiggery pokery, piffle, and humbuggery. But instead, you chose shebang. I tip my fedora to you,
M'lady.
M'lady. I'm so glad you got that. So while this all sounds well and good for the convenience of it, and the thing that struck me, which you don't often think about that, how do blind people get on the internet? Of course, there's accessibility things, and there's ways that poorly sighted people can get on the internet. But I would think that using a voice assistant would be the easiest of all. And you obviously want these people to have solid advice and not just some quackery. So I kind of like that part of it. It says the elderly. I'm still waiting for the elderly to embrace this kind of technology. I think we're still a generation away from where it's just like, obviously there's outliers. There's elderly that are just like, I'm the hippest elderly person, and I know all the voice tech. But as general, I think that generation, there's going to be still another generation to come before we see it as voice as a ubiquitous thing that people use. But I kind of like how they are at least trying to provide helpful information and not letting people just kind of, Google their way into a panic.
Here's my question.
Sure.
Does the UK have universal healthcare? I think
sure do.
They do, right? Okay, so my favorite thing about this is how they're like reducing the stress on the practitioners, because since it's free, like I can't imagine like how packed and how long the wait times are to even get in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, not to get a protracted conversation about healthcare, but that is like one of the detractors of universal healthcare always say, oh, well, you will get a kidney transplant, it'll be free, but you're going to be dead before you get it. And Okay, whatever.
Like, okay.
Whatever. So Alexa already has a skill through Boston Children's Hospital. It's an app called Kids MD, which uses Alexa. The skills provide general guidelines and is intended for information and educational purposes only. So they basically say it's not a substitute for professional medical advice, but basically, I think this Kids MD, it's what do I give my kid for the flu? It's very limited. And I actually looked at the skills page on the Amazon page, and people are like, meh, it's okay. I mean, it's all right, but you still got to go to the doctor. And the big disclaimer is like, if you think you have a medical emergency, call your doctor. This skill does not
Right.
provide individual medical advice. So I think there's some caveats there, but I mean, if you just take this for basic, what are the symptoms of the flu? I mean, that's perfect. It's like, okay, I've got the flu. I'm not dying of food poisoning or ptomaine or a snake bite or anything. It's like,
Right. I'm glad that there's another option besides WebMD, because I'll type in on WebMD that I have a headache and they're literally like, oh,
it's always
well,
cancer.
you should definitely start writing your will because it's over for you.
It's always cancer.
And I'm like, okay, sorry, especially, and that's also goes for when I'm looking up stuff about my pets. They're like, oh, well, your pet's going to be dead within the hour, so that sucks. I'm
Lupus?
like, oh,
Is it lupus, Jerry? Is it lupus?
Can you believe it? There's nothing wrong with me.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
What? Oh my God, what? Is it meningitis? Scoliosis? Lupus? Is it lupus?
It's never lupus.
oh God.
And stat time. Gartner predicts by 2020, 30% of web browsing sessions will be done without a screen, which is why NHS and Mayo Clinic are trying to integrate into voice. So they're trying to be ahead of the curve, which is pretty awesome. And here's a shameless plug. If you're into voice tech or voice commerce or any kind of the voice device kind of thing, I suggest you check out the new Sumo Heavy white paper, The Current State and Future of Voice Commerce. That free white paper is available at voicecommercesurvey.com. It's a free download. Or you can go to our website, sumoheavy.com, and go to the insights section. We have a few blog posts and links to the report there. Brittany, why don't you tell us about today's sponsor?
Shipping and mailing from your desk has never been simpler than with SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. With SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes, it's just click, send, and save for as low as $4.99 a month. Send envelopes, flats, and packages right from your desk, and you're back to business in no time. And for being a loyal e-commerce minute listener, you'll receive a free 30-day trial to get started and a free 10-pound scale to ensure that you never overpay. Save time and money on mailing and shipping with SendPro Online. Starting at $4.99 a month, you can also qualify for special USPS rates for letters and priority mail shipping, calculate exact postage online, and print labels and stamps right from your PC. So go to pb.com/minute to access this special offer for a free 30-day trial, plus a free 10-pound scale to get started. That's pb.com/minute. Experience shipping made simple with a free trial of SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes.
So with any good thing, there's always risks involved. The UK's Royal College of GPs chairwoman, Professor Helen Stokes Lampard, the most British name ever, says this could be risky because people independently researching their symptoms could cause them not to get the proper care that they need. Well, that goes for web searches too. So that's not really an astounding statement there. But there's also concerns over data privacy, especially in areas such as health. But they insist that Amazon insists that all data is encrypted and confidential and can be deleted by customers. But we've done stories about how there are people who work for Amazon that their sole purpose is to listen to Alexa conversations to improve the accuracy of the voice text. So take it with a grain of salt, proceed with caution, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You ask a device, how do I improve my mental health? And basically, we just talked about this, about all the data. It's like, okay, we've got someone with some mental problems here. Let's start dumping some drug ads on them or targeting them for other things. And it's like,
oh yeah,
could be problematic. So we'll see how this shakes out. I mean, I think the whole privacy data thing, we can talk about this for days and days, but anyway, so this is pretty cool, though, for UK citizens at least. Brittany, you got anything else?
just that the mental health searches can also cause people to be like probed and like profiled too, like like tracking their other purchases, like if they're getting guns and stuff like that. So it's like, you can get a lot from medical inquiries for sure.
Yep. That's pretty scary right there. All right. Sorry to bum you guys out. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow.
They're going to be the ones after they listen to this who are like, Alexa, how do I improve my mental health?
How do I stop this podcast?
Oh, Lord.
That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.